4 years ago, my goal was to get on the sidelines of an SEC college football game. Not on the 50-yard line, not corporate seats or in the corner of the upper deck. I've sat in all those seats. I wanted to be on the sidelines, on the field, where I could hear what the coaches were saying to the players. I wanted to see the action up close like the coaches did during the fight. Once I set this goal, all kinds of miraculous events started happening. I started being in the right place at the right time. I started seeing what was required to win in sports was nearly identical to winning in business. Vision, leadership, and teamwork were at the top of the list. In the process, I started dreaming bigger with every step forward. My name is Jay Holgate. I'm an SEC sports writer and motivational speaker. I write stories about SEC coaches and teams. I talk on sports radio around the South, and I give motivational speeches with lessons I've learned from SEC coaches. I talk about why these SEC teams are successful and sometimes why they fail. I travel around the South following SEC football to get the inside stories. I also coach others on how to pursue their dreams and how to get their organization back on track. Because I coach, I'm able to see team dynamics most reporters miss. I love talking SEC football. I know how teams are supposed to work. This is my passion. This is what I know. Real life started for me when the economy crashed in 2007. The company I was working for lost 70% of its business overnight. Something in my head told me life is short. Go after your dream. So that's what I did. Best move I ever made. My personal story is one about hope, never giving up, especially when the odds are against you. I've always been fascinated by the stories of SEC football. I just couldn't get enough of it. But now it was my turn to step up and get on the stage and tell how these stories relate to you and your world. I've learned that winning is not random. Winning is intentional. Some leaders understand it. Others need a lot of help. I've learned more about how to win from following SEC football coaches than reading hundreds of business books over my lifetime. Lesson number 1, words have power. There were 3 new coaches in 2009 who talked about winning before they coached their first game. A sharp contrast from their predecessors who talked about how tough the schedule was. The new coaches won more games too. Lesson number 2, who's on your team? Tennessee had momentum winning games and then had 3 players get arrested right before the Ole Miss game, causing chaos for the organization, which affected thousands of people. You better know who's on your team. Lesson number 3, stay focused on the present, not the future. On November 28th, USC coach Steve Spurrier and Georgia coach Mark Richt played the ACC champions and were predicted to lose by all the odds makers. Both SEC schools won and had big wins. What happened? You'll have to come hear me speak. So, I travel to SEC football games and I read everything written about how SEC coaches manage their teams. I write a sports column and I speak to companies about leadership, team building, and winning behaviors. I bring sports to you in a way that a newspaper journalist can't write about and ESPN doesn't cover in their highlights. I'll show you how some of the most successful coaches lead and build teams in the most competitive arenas in the world where a score is kept and every move is analyzed. I'll also present an inspirational story of personal goal setting and achievement. And by the way, I reached my goal of getting on the sidelines of an SEC college football game. Until next time, I'll see you on the ball field.